Welcome back to AM Buffalo. We are live from the historic village of Lewiston, home of the Niagara County Peach Festival, which will be here in a matter of weeks. But the big question is, will the peaches be ready? Linda caught up with one local farmer who's been hard at work.
Well, it's almost peach season, everybody, and you're wondering where these delicious local peaches come from. I'm happy to tell you, they come right here from Western New York. We're here at Bittner Farms up in Appleton, New York, and Jim Bittner is with me. Jim, how long have you been growing fruit up here?
Well, I've been in the fruit business since 1990.
1990?
Before that, I was actually a dairy farmer.
Oh my goodness.
But the Singer family's been growing fruit for about 100 years, and I went into a partnership with them, and now they've mainly retired, so the farm's been here a long time.
And you have about 400 acres?
Of total tree fruit, but that includes apples, cherries, peaches, plums, some pears, and a few other odd things.
We have peaches behind us, and they look pretty ripe to me. Are they almost ready to be picked?
Almost ready.
Yeah.
I mean, the red color really is not doesn't signify that they're ripe. We really need to look at the background. It's changed from green to yellow, and that's when we pick them.
And you say you could pick the same tree like every few days because you don't pick them all at once.
Right, we call it spot picking. And spot picking does not mean you stand in one spot and pick all the peaches you can reach. Spot picking means you look at each peach and pick off just the ones that are ripe and just move on. So we'll come through these orchards every other day. A variety we'll probably pick 3 to 5 times depending on the variety, because they just don't all ripen at the same time. So it takes an experienced picker to pick them right.
Now, is there one here that you can tell is ripe?
Well, we'll look at the
give it a try.
Background color. This is almost broken from green to yellow. So a picker might or might not pick this one today. And if we waited 2 days, that would turn yellow, and we know it'll be a little riper. But if we can't let them get real soft, or they'll be too fragile to handle. So there's a skill to picking peaches. That's why we don't do you pick peaches, or it takes a special person to be able to pick peaches.
As far as I'm concerned, Western New York peaches are the best. They're so juicy. Every time I get stuck with a Georgia peach, it's mushy. What makes it mushy, and how do you keep them so juicy?
First of all, local peach, there's less time between the tree and you. Okay, that's number one. Number two, as soon as you take a peach and try to store it for any long period of time, refrigerate it, it's a risk. Peaches, you can store them in a refrigerator, but it's got to be really cold. We actually know between 40 and 50 degrees is actually worse than room temperature or 35 degrees. So you got to be careful with peaches and storing them. But the best is if we can pick them and get them right to the consumer, then we don't have any of those issues. Now,
we're very close to Lake Ontario, and there's a reason for that when it comes to crops like peaches.
Yes, peach tree is very sensitive to cold winter temperatures. If it gets down to 5 degrees below zero, we'll start killing the flower buds for next year. If it gets down 10, 12 degrees below zero, we'll start killing the trees. So we're up here on Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario doesn't freeze. We always have a 32 degree heat sink out there all winter to hopefully keep us above zero.
That's great.
During the winter time.
And how has the year been so far for peach growing?
Other than being late, we had a very cold spring, so the trees didn't bloom when they would normally bloom, but we're okay. Everything's just a week to 10 days later than normal. We started with sweet cherries that way, peaches are that way, even looks like apples are going to be that way. We just hope we don't have an early freeze in October, but chances are that we shouldn't, and we should be all right. But the crops are good. They're just later than normal.
And we should be looking for our local fresh peaches, roadside stands, in our local supermarkets, and we need to ask for them because it's great for our economy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of peaches growing along Lake Ontario, Niagara, Orleans, Monroe, Wayne counties. There's a lot of great peaches out there. There's no reason not to partake in local ones.
Jim Bittner, thank you so much. We've learned about peaches. Remember, buy local, okay, because it makes a difference. And Courtney, who knew that a nectarine is a peach without the fuzz?
I had no idea. You know, you learn something new every day, and I decided I would try it out for myself this morning. Just as delicious. Just as delicious. Look at that. Now, not only is the peach cobbler a tradition at the Niagara County Peach Festival, but so is the Niagara County Peach Queen competition. And lucky for us, we are in the presence of royalty this morning with the current reigning Niagara County Peach Queen 2018-2019, Santana Soma. How are you this morning?
I'm fabulous, thank you.
You've had a fun year, haven't you?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Talk to us about your reign and what you've done this past year.
You know, it's really been an amazing experience. From my first weekend, I was able to hop right into doing community service, which obviously, because I ran, is something that I love, because the pageant's really about community service. And from there, I just did little things throughout the year, helping pack food baskets in the holiday time, helping with arts and crafts at different festivals, and then doing some peachy things like actual parades and saying hi to families and doing some volunteering at hospice runs. It's really been an amazing experience.
Throughout this past year of experiences, can you pinpoint one favorite memory that you really just hold near and dear to your heart?
I mean, I really think that packing the food baskets was definitely the most fulfilling thing that I've done, especially because we were able to do it for Thanksgiving and for Christmas time. But the Smelt Festival, that probably holds a special place in my heart.
You like that?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Now, talk to us about your fundraiser. You had to host a fundraiser. That's one of your duties, right?
Yes, yeah. I hosted 2 so far. One of them was a basket auction at the Monday Music Mania concert series, and then I actually hosted a silent auction a couple weeks ago, and I gotta say, I was going into that completely blind. I had no idea what I was doing, but all of the support from the community and my family and the Kiwanis Club, it was a complete success. I'm very happy with it.
Now, the Peach Festival is in a matter of weeks now. I believe 2 weeks. It's coming up pretty soon. Are you ready to give up your crown?
Definitely a bittersweet experience, yeah.
So, but it seems like you have made memories to last a lifetime. Again, congratulations to you, and we look forward to seeing you on the big weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Santana. Now, as I was strolling through Lewiston, I ran into a familiar face, someone who you may recognize here at the station. Oh, it's Keith Radford. We like to say the honorary mayor of the village. Hey, Keith, what are you doing?
Actually, I'm the Lord of Lewiston.
Okay. Now, you're going to be up here on some of these stages throughout these next 2 days.
Yeah, we'll be here tonight, tomorrow night, all weekend actually. Starts at 5, 6 o'clock tonight, runs through midnight. Every place will be jammed. And then tomorrow, I think noon through till midnight again. 150 acts, 2 big main stages. We get about 40,000 people over the 2 days. So, it's a pretty good time. And the weather's going to be nice, sunny, no rain. So
it's going to be great. Now, you're going to be here with 7 Eyewitness News live later today.
Yeah,
is that correct?
I'll be here live at 5, 5:30, and 6. Talk to some people as they get the music ready. So it really has turned into the great event, I think, of the year here up in the Lewiston area.
Keith, you're the best part of the event.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
We like to give each other a hard time. It's good to see you.
I'm normally not up this. I was cutting the grass, so I got to go back and finish the grass.
He comes walking up with me with his cup of Joe. Court, when are we going live? Well, Keith, thanks so much for joining us here. We're going to see you later. We want to thank everybody for joining us here on AM Buffalo. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. for AM Buffalo Weekend. But for now, enjoy, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.